In this video, I'm about to show you the 10 Chicken Kiev brands in Australia you should never buy. The ones that are all flash and no flavour, just a way for these big corporations to make a quick buck off our nostalgia for a good meal. And then, because I'm not a monster who just wants to make you angry, I'll give you the 5 you should actually be using. And we're starting with number 10 on my list of ones to avoid. Number 10. Coles Finest Chicken Kiev. Starting us off is Coles Finest. Now, you see that Finest label and you think, alright, this is going to be a step up. This is for a special dinner. And I used to think the same thing. But when I looked at the back of the pack, I felt like I'd been had. The chicken, sure, it's Australian, I'll give them that. But the butter? It's not just garlic butter. It's a concoction. It's got modified maize starch, canola oil, and a list of numbers and additives a mile long to make it taste like garlic and hold its shape. And that's the problem. It holds its shape because it's not real butter. It's a butter-flavoured paste. So when you cook it, you don't get that glorious melt. You get a little solid puck of flavourless fat that stays in the middle. It's like they're trying to trick your mouth into thinking it's having a luxury experience when your wallet is paying for a lie. For a brand that's supposed to be finest, they sure are fine with using the cheapest ingredients possible. Number 9 is Woolworths RSPCA Approved Chicken Kiev. Now, this one is clever marketing. They slap that little blue and green logo on the front, and it instantly makes you feel better about buying it. Like you're doing the right thing for the animals, so it must be a good product, right? But don't let that logo distract you. I took a good hard look at the ingredient list, and it's more of the same story. The chicken might have had a better life, but the rest of it is still a chemistry experiment. The crumb is made with a bunch of emulsifiers and soy flour to keep it cheap. And the garlic butter, it's almost identical to the Coles one, using canola oil and thickeners as its base. They're spending all their marketing budget on that RSPCA tick, and not enough on the actual ingredients that go into the part of the meal you eat. It's a perfect example of how these big chains want you to feel good about a product based on one label, while the rest of it is just processed junk. It's a classic bait and switch. Number 8. Ingham's Chicken Kiev. Coming in at number 8 is a giant Ingham's. Now, Ingham's is everywhere. They supply chicken to a huge chunk of the country, so their products are in every freezer aisle. Their Chicken Kiev is no different. It's convenient, it's reliable in the sense that it's always in stock, and it's cheap. But here's the thing about cheap, you pay for it in other ways. I looked at this one and it's got the same pattern. High in sodium, a crumb that's more about being crunchy than being flavorful, and a butter that's really just a vegetable oil spread with garlic powder. It's the definition of a commodity product. They make millions of these things. They're not thinking about your taste buds, they're thinking about their production line speed. The result is a Kiev that's fine. But fine isn't what I'm looking for when I'm craving that rich, buttery, garlicky explosion. Fine is what you settle for when you've forgotten to take something else out of the freezer. And we shouldn't have to settle, especially not when we're paying for what's supposed to be a classic, indulgent dish. Number 7. Steggles Chicken Kiev. Number 7 is Steggles. And you know, Steggles and Ingham's are kind of the Coke and Pepsi of the Aussie chicken market. They're the big two. Their Chicken Kiev is almost a mirror image of Ingham's. It's got that same reliance on soy protein and starches to bulk everything up. The thing that really gets me with these big brands is how much they charge for what you're actually getting. You're paying for water, you're paying for filler, you're paying for that golden breadcrumb that's pumped full of artificial color to look more appealing than it is. The actual chicken breast is often a processed piece, not a whole breast, and the butter is a fraction of what you'd put in if you made it at home. These companies have taken a dish that was invented by a French chef for the Russian aristocracy and turned it into a frozen hockey puck. It's a masterclass in how to deconstruct a luxury item and sell it back to the middle class as a budget imitation. It's just not right. Number 6. Aldi Brannan's Buttery Chicken Kiev. Alright, number 6, and this one hurts a bit because I love Aldi. I'm a big fan of their middle aisle. Their prices are great, but their Brannan's Buttery Chicken Kiev is a miss. Now, Brannan's Butchery is their premium meat brand, but with this product, they missed the mark. You open it up, and the first thing you notice is the size. They're small, and the crumb to chicken ratio is just off. It feels like you're eating a deep-fried bread roll with a hint of chicken inside. The garlic butter is in there, but it's so concentrated with flavor enhancers that it leaves a strange, metallic aftertaste in your mouth. I want to like it because of the price, but I can't ignore the quality. It feels like they took the same product from another factory, slapped a Brannan's label on it, and called it a day. When I buy from their premium range, I expect a premium product, not just a prettier box for the same old processed chicken. This one left me feeling like the joke was on me. Number 5. Macro Meats. Kangaroo Chicken Kiev. Number 5 is an interesting one. Macro Meats. Anyway, Macro Meats. Now, Macro Meats is famous for their kangaroo meat, but they also do a line of other products, including a Chicken Kiev. And you'd think, with their reputation for game meats and healthier alternatives, this would be a winner. But I tried it, and I was genuinely disappointed. The concept is good. They're trying to offer a healthier version, but the execution is poor. The butter is actually margarine, which is one of my biggest pet peeves. They've used a blend of vegetable oils to create a spread that doesn't taste like real butter. And the chicken itself? It's dry. It feels like they're so focused on being the alternative, healthy brand that they forgot that the primary goal of a Chicken Kiev is to taste delicious. You can have a healthy meal without it tasting like a punishment. This one tastes like it was designed by a nutritionist, not a chef. And that's a shame, because I wanted to support a smaller, Australian-owned company. Number 4. Lilydale Free-Range Chicken Kiev. Number 4. Lilydale. Now, Lilydale is a brand that's built its whole identity around being free-range and premium. And for a while, I was a loyal customer. But with their Chicken Kiev, they've fallen into the same trap as everyone else. It's free-range chicken, which is great, but they've processed that free-range chicken into a reformed patty. You're not biting into a whole chicken breast. You're biting into a mixture of chicken meat that's been glued together with starches and gums. It's like buying a free-range sausage roll. Sure, the meat inside might have come from a happier animal, but it's still been pulverized and processed to the point where you can't tell. And the garlic butter? It's another oil-based spread. They're charging a premium price for the free-range label, but the product inside is just as processed as the budget options. It's a classic example of greenwashing, or in this case, free-range washing. It looks good on the surface, but underneath, it's the same story. Number 3. La Ionica Free-Range Chicken Kiev. Coming in at number 3 is La Ionica. Now, this is a brand that has a great reputation in Victoria, especially. They're a family-owned company, they've been around for years, and their fresh chicken is genuinely good. So I had high hopes for their Kiev. I thought, finally, a brand that cares about the bird will care about the final product. But sadly, no. Their frozen Kiev is just another example of a good company outsourcing to a mass producer. The ingredient list reads like a factory shopping list: thickeners, stabilizers, dextrose. It's got nothing to do with the family farm they show on the website. It's a brand extension, pure and simple. They've taken the trust they've built up over generations and used it to sell a low-quality product. This is what gets me angrier than anything else. When a big, faceless corporation does it, you expect it. But when a brand like La Ionica, one that's supposed to be on your side, does it, it feels like a betrayal. They're cashing in on their name. Number 2. Woolworths Gold Garlic and Parsley Butter Chicken Kiev. Number 2 is another one that's aimed at the premium market, Woolworths Gold. This is their top-tier range, and this one really got my blood boiling. The packaging is beautiful. It's black and gold. It looks elegant. It says garlic and parsley butter, which sounds sophisticated, but the reality is a disgrace. When you cook it, the gold packaging is the only thing golden about it. The butter inside is an oily, emulsified mess, and the parsley? There's so little of it, you'd need a microscope to find it. It's a prime example of how the big supermarkets are trying to make you feel like you're eating at a restaurant when you're actually paying a premium for the exact same product that's in their standard range. It's a marketing exercise, not a culinary one. They know that retirees and families are looking for a treat on a budget, so they dress up a junk product in a fancy box and charge you 50% more for it. It's daylight robbery, and I'm not going to stand for it. Number 1. McCain Pub-Style Chicken Kiev. And the number 1 Chicken Kiev brand in Australia you should never buy, the absolute worst of the worst, is the McCain Pub-Style Chicken Kiev. Now, I know what you're thinking. McCain? They make pizzas and oven chips. And that's exactly the problem. They're a frozen food giant. They make this product to sit in the freezer next to their chips and peas, and it tastes like it. This thing is a science experiment. It's designed to be shelf-stable, to have a uniform shape, and to withstand being cooked in a fan-forced oven from frozen. Taste is an afterthought. The pub-style label is a joke. I've never been to a pub in Australia where they served a Chicken Kiev that felt like it was made in a laboratory. It's got the highest sodium content of all the ones I looked at. It's full of hydrolyzed vegetable protein to give it a savory kick. And the butter is an industrial lubricant masquerading as a condiment. It's not food, it's a food-like object. If you buy this, you're not buying a meal, you're buying a disappointment, and you're telling the big corporations that it's okay to keep selling us this garbage. Do yourself a favor and leave this one in the freezer aisle. Alright, I know that was a lot. I know it's frustrating. It makes you angry to think about how much money we've all wasted on these frozen imposters. It makes you wonder if there's any point in even trying to buy a good one. But I didn't make this video just to ruin your dinner. I made it because there are good ones out there. You don't have to settle for factory-made filler. There are companies, smaller ones usually, who still believe that a Chicken Kiev should be made with a whole breast of chicken, real butter, and real garlic. So let's get to the good stuff. Here are the 5 Chicken Kiev brands in Australia you should actually be buying. Starting with number 5, Aldi Kirkwood Signature Chicken Kiev. At number 5, we have the Aldi Kirkwood Signature Chicken Kiev. Now, I know I just put Aldi's Brannan's brand on the avoid list, but the Kirkwood Signature range is a completely different animal. It's their frozen specialty range, and it's where Aldi really shines. These Kievs are a step up. The chicken is a whole breast, and the crumb is made with proper breadcrumbs, not just flour and soy. The best part, though, is the butter. It's real butter. You can taste it. It's not some emulsified spread. It's a rich, creamy garlic butter that actually melts and soaks into the chicken like it's supposed to. For the price, you are getting incredible value. It's proof that you don't have to pay a fortune for quality. It's just a matter of knowing which of their products to grab. This one? Grab it. Number 4. Woolworths Free from Gluten Chicken Kiev. Number 4 is the Woolworths Free from Gluten Chicken Kiev. Now, you might be thinking, I don't have a gluten allergy. Why would I buy this? But hear me out. Because it's made for a specific dietary need, they can't rely on all the cheap fillers. They can't use the modified starches and the soy flour to bulk it up. The crumb is made from rice flour and maize, which sounds simple, but it results in a cleaner, crisper texture. And because they're trying to appeal to health-conscious consumers, the chicken is a proper breast, and the butter is one of the cleaner formulas I've seen. This is a fantastic example of how catering to a niche market actually forces a company to make a better product. It's a secret weapon. If you see this in the freezer aisle, ignore the free from label and just buy it for the quality. It's a genuinely good, honest Kiev. Number 3. Coles Simply Less Salt Chicken Kiev. Coming in at number 3 is Coles Simply Less Salt Chicken Kiev. Again, another one that's aimed at a specific health market. And again, that focus on being simple forces them to clean up the ingredient list. This is the most transparent product in the Coles range. You look at the back, and you can actually recognize most of the ingredients. They're not hiding behind a wall of numbers. The chicken is whole, the butter is real, and by cutting the salt, they can't use it as a cheap flavor enhancer to mask the poor quality of the other ingredients. So they have to rely on good quality chicken and real garlic to make it taste good, and they do. It tastes like a homemade version, the kind you'd make yourself if you could be bothered. This is the one I buy for myself when I want a treat without the guilt. It's simple, it's honest, and it's delicious. Number 2. The Happy Chook Chicken Kiev. Number 2 is a brand called The Happy Chook. Now, this isn't something you'll find in the big supermarkets. You have to go to a local butcher or an IGA that supports local producers, and it's worth the extra trip. This is a smaller, family-owned producer. Their Chicken Kiev is a revelation. They use free-range chicken, that's a given, but the difference is in the detail. The chicken breast is thick and plump. The crumb is house-made and seasoned perfectly. And the garlic butter. Oh, the garlic butter. It's fresh. They use real parsley, fresh garlic, and real butter. You can see the specks of garlic and herb in the butter. When you cut into it, it doesn't just ooze out. It floods the plate with a rich, fragrant sauce. This is what the pub-style brands wish they could be. This is the real deal. It's more expensive, but you're paying for actual food, not a marketing budget. Number 1. Woodlands Farm Chicken Kiev. And the number 1 Chicken Kiev brand in Australia you should buy, the absolute best of the best, is Woodlands Farm. Woodlands Farm is a boutique producer, and their Chicken Kiev is the gold standard. I called the manufacturer myself to ask about their process because I was so impressed. And you know what they told me? They make them by hand. Each breast is individually wrapped around a generous pat of unsalted, cultured butter that's been whipped with roasted garlic. They don't use any preservatives. They don't use any flavor enhancers. It's just chicken, breadcrumbs, flour, eggs, butter, and garlic. That's it. When you cook it, the smell that fills your kitchen is intoxicating. It's not a chemical smell. It's the smell of garlic roasting, butter melting, and chicken cooking. It tastes like a meal from a French bistro. It's proof that quality doesn't have to be complicated. It just requires a company that cares more about what goes into your body than what goes into their bank account. This is the Chicken Kiev that will restore your faith in frozen food. It's the one you buy for special occasions, and it's the one that will make you remember why you fell in love with this dish in the first place.